The beast is back.
From where? Him never gone away.
I mean, him squeezing at the semifinals.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, your channel of undiluted sports content. Adrian, Tiga, Ricky, and I are here to talk about the just concluded 200 meters for men at this year's World Athletics Championship. I'm going to go straight into it. We had 3 Jamaican participants, and 2 made it through to the semifinals, and 1 dropped out. In Akeem Bloomfield and not Blake participated in heat number 3, Adrian. And Bloomfield came in with, I had high expectations of Bloomfield. He entered this competition on a sort of fairy tale ride, having not participated in the 200 meters at the national trials. He participated in the 400 and he never made the team, and he was selected because of his time over 200 meters. He was one of the few persons who met the qualifying mark. But in addition to that, he is the only Jamaican, the fastest Jamaican over 200 meters in the last 4 years at 1981. I know that says a lot about Jamaica 200 meters running, but going into the heats of this race, we did kind of expect him to come out still, but he finished 5th in a time of 20.56, way off his season's best, and failed to advance. One of the favorites, Arian Knighton, cruising at 20.01 to qualify. Talk to me about Bloomfield's performance, Adrian.
Yeah, Kurt. Akeem Bloomfield coming in fairy tale got the opportunity to run, and we're expecting that he would have at least been able to do enough to qualify for the semifinals of the 200 meters. Yes, he was short on 200 meters races, but he ran a couple of 400 meters. He's a quality athlete, and the hope was that he would have done a lot better at this race. Certainly, we weren't expecting 20.56. At least we're expecting him to go somewhere between 20.3, 20.2, which would have been good enough for one of the non-automatic spots. But this is very disappointing from Akeem Bloomfield. Young man has immense talent, and we hope that he can bounce back from this to deliver for us. I think he probably would have the 4x400 meters to actually still participate in. And we're hoping that he can do well, but it's a disappointment not to have him running there. But the winner, Arian Knighton, 18-year-old American teen sensation, showed what he was about, took the race pretty easily, and looked like he's a man on a mission going to challenge for that gold medal.
And Tigat, our second Jamaican participant, Yohan Blake, running in heat number 5. And I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to speak to the muscles in the neck again, but facing the 100 meters champion, Fred Curley, we expected Blake to run a little better than this 20.35 and barely making it through as one of the non-automatic qualifiers, finishing 4th in this race, Curley winning 20.17 as he jogs across the line, looking quite comfortably.
Yes, what I must say, when it come on to heats and to the semifinal, all you need to do is qualify for the semifinal, and then semifinal you show your worth. But Blake is qualifying for the semifinal and then fade out. But I hope this time around he comes really good. You understand? He was running in lane, I think it was lane 4, and Curly was in lane 5. He was running behind Curly, I think. or one of the either 5 or 6, but he was behind Curly.
Right.
And yeah, so Curly bring him across the line. He was trailing and Curly pull him across the line. So he has made it to the semifinal, which is good. Blake, you made it. So it's time for you now to bottle down and see if you can make it to the final. The goal, Blake, what I want to say to you, I know you watch us. Look into my eyes, Blake. The goal now is to make the final. All right? You're in the semifinal, Blake. Calm your nerves. The goal now is to make the final.
Look into your what?
Look into my eyes.
Adrian, I think Blake's best option is to stay relaxed. Don't look into anybody's eyes, but stay relaxed. Focus on his
Focus.
own race and execute. And certainly 20.35 or 20.36 or 23, anything will not get him into the final from the semifinals.
Yes, Kurt. Big advice for Yohan Blake. Don't look in Tiga's eye. Right? That's not on.
Please,
Never.
please,
anybody's
never,
eye
none
at
at
all
all,
matter.
none at all.
As a matter of fact, as we think about it carefully, Yohan Blake just needs to run his race. There was some talk about him having some kind of slight injury in terms of his Achilles or thereabout. He just needs to run his race. Stay relaxed. Don't worry about it. It will come to him. He didn't have the best time in the 100 meters, but we are sure that he can bounce back and give a good performance in the 200 meters. If he remains calm, if he just gets his mind in the right place, he can actually put himself in a position to be able to qualify for the final. It's not about how you make it to the semi-final. When that opportunity comes, it's about if you can actually take it, and he has a great opportunity to take it, not to do what he did in the 100 meters semi-final and actually get edged out. But you get an opportunity now, stay relaxed, do your best, and Jamaica will be proud of you one more time again.
And Ricky, we're talking about the second fastest man over 200 meters, not just any Jamaican, but the second fastest man over 200 meters. So certainly, I don't know if he still has that 1926 in him, but anything below 20 is what he would require in order to make the final.
Yes, Kurt, that's true. Especially given the quality of the field currently with 4 Americans going through to the semifinals. And they are also currently looking for a sweep. We know Yohan Blake to be a very fast young man, running, as I said, the second fastest man in the 200 meters. Right now, if Yohan Blake can give us anything in the 19.8, 19.7 range, and know that he will be able to medal, but he has been doing good over the years, and we appreciate his service. Still we can't dismiss him now, but just want to say to him that, you're on the best. That's all. The best. Doesn't have to look into my eyes like T got. Just the best.
Kurt's mic is gone just by that type of talking there.
I was saying, get behind the, get behind the,
Get behind the.
But our third participant in the 200 meters, Rasheed Dwyer, he came out, he did what he had to do, relax, running his season's best, 20.29 to finish second behind Noah Lyles, who was celebrating about 20 meters out. I don't know who celebrates in the East, I suppose, because it's his birthday, he chose to celebrate. But Dwyer making it as an automatic qualifier, and we're extremely happy he was in the Olympics final last year, and he's back looking to represent Jamaica well. Adrian.
Yeah, Kurt. Rasheed Dwyer looked the most steady Jamaican in the 200 meters. He ran his own race, getting a season's best. Noah Lyles, obviously, was in a celebratory mode. He was all over the place. Happy birthday, Noah. I'm sure you got your victory. You didn't want to get beaten, and he was on his home style. Having said that, Dwyer didn't go out and push himself too hard to follow lines. He just did enough to be able to qualify. And Dwyer would have made the final at 200 last year, unexpected at the Olympic Games, placing seventh. But we expect that going into the semifinals, he will also have an opportunity to pull a surprise and try to also be the other Jamaican going into the finals.
Ricky, talk to me about Dyer's performance, because when we watched Bloomfield and Blake, who was in fourth, and both of them seems to have been out, we were extremely happy to see a Jamaican in the top three and qualified as an automatic qualifier. We
Yes,
later
Kurt.
learned that Blake got one of the fastest loser spot.
Yes, Kurt. I'm happy to see how Dwyer has been consistent in making semifinals and squeezing out his best to make the finals. You know, he has been the hope for Jamaican male 200 meters ever since the great Usain Bolt departed from the sport. You know, and I must say that I'm happy to see again that he has been consistent. He ran his season's best, and you can't really ask for anything more from an athlete going into whichever race he's going, you know, than to run your best, put on your best performance, and qualify. So kudos to him, and I hope he improves on that season's best in the semifinals and make it to the final so him can get some prize money.
I mean, Tiga, like you, Yohan Blake, Dwyer would need to run a sub 20 to get to the final.
Yeah, Kurt, definitely. But let's all put this in a nutshell. Our 200 champion is not there in terms of Andrew Hudson. He's not there because of certain reason. All right, Akeem came in, took the spot, but didn't make it to the next round. All right, Blake, our second champion, is there, squeeze through and make it. Dyer, who came third in the championship, run more relaxed than Blake, and he qualify
Rasheed Dwyer.
automatically. Rasheed Dwyer qualify automatically, which is good. So guess what? All we have to do now is to just take it step by step. Rasheed, you're there. You won. You're there. So let's go. We can make the final, and we can do a 1-2. You know, gold and silver.
And do a what?
Come on, man. You have to be optimistic, right?
Gold and silver.
There you have optimism. You have optimism. I have foolishness. So,
come on, man. Jamaica, we say. Jamaica. Jamaica.
There you have it. There you have it, sports DTM fans. Another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Your channel of, how may I say? Well,
the views expressed by Tigers.
Oh boy,
So what
the views
we
expressed by Tiga and Ricky are not necessarily those of Sports DTM, right?
Jamaica, we say. Jamaica.
But DTM fans out there, let us hear from you. What's your thoughts on the performances? Yohan Blake advancing to the semi-final as one of the fastest loser. Dwyer making it as an automatic qualifier, and Bloomfield, who got a great opportunity, went and represented Jamaica. He never made it, and we want to say all the best to the two athletes who have advanced, and better luck next time, Blake. Bloomfield, why me always I call him Blake? Akeem Blake and Akeem Bloomfield, right? We need a different name for them, but I won't try and make it up now. But fans out there, let us hear from you. What you think about their performances? Leave those in the comment section below, and always remember to like, to share, and to subscribe, and to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell all of them friends to come and join the Sports DTM family. Tiga, Ricky, Adrian, and I signing out. Be blessed.